Hi guys, I got news. So I was like a little worried, but not worried at the same time that there was no like news or update about the Bendy bus procurement. I mean, it's like NLC 18E. It'll be the first time that they are doing RHD, so that'll definitely take some time. It might take as long as like as I've told you before, late 2026, early 2027, or even like after that. I'm not surprised if these orders they take like forever to happen. No, as in not the orders, but like they've already ordered, but like the bus takes forever to arrive and stuff like that because RHD, it's not like LHD to RHD. You just flip it like a mirror. No, if you want to design an RHD from a chassis that only has LHD for the time being, you need to like redesign it kind of. It's not really like, oh, you just flip it like a mirror. It doesn't work like that. So because of that, I was like getting a little bit worried that like there was no news. And it isn't really because of like, oh, the acting transport minister just outright saying, oh, I prefer double deckers over band. But the thing is, that is just his opinion, and he's not saying that. Oh, I don't want bendy buses in Singapore. He's not saying that. He's just like stating his preferences in an interview. But apparently, that one kind of like uh, it it kind of threw a lot of enthusiasts off, especially those who don't have intel about like what's currently happening. So even I like got a little bit paranoid about, okay, but at least right now, I'm not saying this information is 100% trustable, but it seems to be shaping up a little bit. But I do want to apologize because you know I kept doing these like this is a man NLC. I just drew it in RHD instead of like LHD. I just made up my own doors and stuff like that. And then I was saying like this was how it's supposed to look like, right? But apparently SMRT won't be getting like this model because it's not a production batch, it's just a demonstrator for the time being. But I am sorry to everyone that I started doing all these like SMRT bus service imagination mock-ups, I don't know what you call it, but none of this is actually going to happen as in like this bus model. So I'm really sorry for that, for like getting your hopes up high, because again, it's intel, and sometimes when people say when different intel says different things, uh and then okay, it's a good thing that there's even intel in the first place, but it's like sometimes it can get a little messy. One might say A, one might say B and everything, but honestly, at least as of today, I can confirm that they have actually ordered it, and it's not just like, oh, some YouTuber just blowing hot air about Singapore getting bendy buses. No, none of that. It's the order is actually true. I mean, was actually true. They actually ordered it once that guy screwed off from bus assets. LTA actually ordered it. LTA, by the way. So this bus model, I'm gonna make it smaller. I've already told you guys about this, and obviously you guys can recognize this logo. And now I'm gonna search for other images. So yes, I got this from Yahoo Images. This is the toaster. Uh, oh, it's actually in four doors. I wouldn't be surprised if, I mean, cause this thing is gonna turn out as four doors anyway. So I wouldn't be surprised if this thing. To be fair to all operators, they also make this four doors as well. And then this one, the bus model name. I mean, obviously it's a toaster, so uh, I'll just write the model name for you guys to see. So this is the bus model name. I don't know what service this one is gonna debut on. So far, only this one has been reviewed quite some time back. So actually, this one, I wouldn't be surprised if this actually comes first out of all the electric Bendys. So this one, the toaster, would actually go to, yeah, self-explanatory. And then the last one, okay, I don't know if this is the right bus because there is, this one's a photo of it in real life in Europe, right? Because yeah, it looks like it's in Europe. And then this one is like an artist impression. Oh, this livery actually looks quite sick. And then there is this one, and I just want to make sure that I'm actually getting the correct one because ooh, this one I like the curve. Cause you know, like the BYDs, the single deckers, they are just like flat. This one actually has like a little curve to it. I like this one. I like how it's like stylized, basically. Again, I don't know how it's gonna turn out. Oh wait, there's actually this 4 doors. So yeah, this one is 4 doors. So it might look like this. Okay, but for simplicity's sake, I'm just gonna. This one, when I was told it was like a little surprise, basically. Okay, I'm gonna hope this thing renders properly. Oh yes, it does. Okay, wait. I'm sorry, I'm gonna make this smaller. And then this thing over here, I hope you guys can actually see. I'm gonna tilt my phone a little bit. This one, I'm sorry, I don't know how to draw your logo. It's like, I already butchered it. There is like the lion logo. I don't know how to do it. Okay, that is like, so yeah. Again, this is what I was told. I don't know if in the end they would like, switch things up a little bit. I don't know, but it's reasonable enough given that Woodlands Depot, they have like the other two toasters right now, which is this one and then this one, the Pandan Loaf. So if they put this one in Woodlands Depot, they would complete the trio. And then yeah, obviously it just fits like BYD for gassy. So for now, this is going to be the plans. I don't know if they're gonna change it or anything, but then this one is the only one that's like actually concrete because this has been like reviewed quite some time ago. Like even the bus service that it's gonna debut on, I'm not gonna repeat that because I've already told you guys why they chose 969 as a stress test, as in like the bus service that they wanna test it on, the bus service that they wanna debut the electric Bendy bus on. So yeah, and obviously it wouldn't be in this livery; it'll just be in all green. Oh, this one looks like the San Jose Sharks livery. No, no, no. The corporate colors of the San Jose Sharks. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah. So for the time being, it'll be this. Because, like I've told you guys, I am not expecting the demonstrators to come in that fast. Cause you look on Google, you look at Google, all you get I mean minus this one, all you get is like left-hand drive buses. not RHD. So if they want to make an RHD version, I mean, it's from China. China is LHD, so they're gonna take some time to it. But again, because it was like there was a period of time whereby there was like no news, no concrete news. So I myself got a little worried that like, hey, you know what if there is like another person that actually tried to block the Medibus purchases again? But with the way things are going and the fact that I just received like this information, can more or less confirm that Singapore would indeed get electric Bendy buses. And this is all thanks to that asshole getting out of bus assets. If he didn't get out of bus assets, none of this wouldn't have happened. And okay, just to clarify, these things, they are not like bids or anything. These are direct orders made. Like LT, they just ordered this one, this one, this one, as soon as that guy got transferred out. So realistically speaking, there wouldn't have been enough time for any higher up per se to block the Bendy bus purchases. And I've also talked about like the Bendy bus accommodations in the new ITHs as well. I know those were like planned like way beforehand. But here's the thing. The existence of this and the fact that all these Bendy bus lots continue to exist is already more of like a testament to the fact that Singapore never truly gave up on the Bendy buses. Only specific people who were unfortunately holding a lot of power in like LTA or MOT at that time before they got ousted from the respective departments. Only it's like, okay, you get my point. The country never gave up on the Bendy buses. It's just several authoritative figures, they just decided to do stupid stuff and say no to Bendy buses. But now all these people are like more or less gone already. So again, if anybody wants to tell me that,
Oh my god, you know Jeffrey Sell actually said he prefers double-deckers over Bendy buses.
well, he didn't say anything wrong in he's just giving his preferences, and he was just like, I mean, he was just giving his preferences and he was stating just facts about why in some cases double deckers might be better. And let me tell you, nobody would say, oh, double deckers give better vantage, you get better views, as a legitimate reason to use double deckers over bendy buses. That alone tells you that it's already a quick-fire casual interview. And this all confirms everything. I said it out, nobody believed me, and then there was also like an entire group of people in Telegram just blood gunning for me, waiting to disprove me and everything. But right now I can tell you, you guys are full of shit, you guys are wrong, you guys are just jealous that I have intel and then you fuckers don't have it. So yeah, I win, you lose. Not that I'm happy about it or anything. I just care about the commuters, even though I don't give a shit about this country, that's all. But yeah, it's all concrete now. Nobody can tell you otherwise. And it's not just one model. It's like 3 models, by the way. It's 3 models. And another burning question as to why this bus company isn't receiving it. Okay, whether the Yishun feeders would continue to operate electric bendy buses in the future, whether LTA is trying to force SBS to follow suit or anything, I don't know. That's a discussion for like another video. Let's just focus on what's actually going to happen like in the near future. Maybe about like 2 to 5 years from now, if I would to estimate. But the simple reason regarding why SBS isn't getting any of them, because SBS has never tried to hide the fact that they are not a fan of bendy buses. Like in the past, they tried this one, and then they tried this one as well. So they tried this one on 195, they tried this one on 18, 290, and stuff like that. They decided that they were a pain in the ass to handle, and I'm not gonna like say, oh, I hate SBS for that. I'm not gonna say that. They tried it. They decided that they don't want to continue with it. It's fine. It's the public transport operator's choice, and I respect that. So because of that, and the fact that like they haven't really been too enthusiastic about having to take in the Bendy buses to operate the Seletar. But the reason why they even bid it for Seletar is because they didn't want to lose Ang Mo Kio as a stronghold. So they kind of like bid it low for it, and then yeah, because you bid low, LTA degraded the bus frequencies, yada yada. But yeah, it's like they would rather take in the Bendy buses, even though they don't really like them. But then, as opposed to like flat out losing all their Ang Mo Kio services, they just wanted to keep Ang Mo Kio. So that's why they're like, okay, we compromise. We take in the Bendy buses, and then we'll take in all the Bendy bus drivers from SMRT to drive those Bendy buses as well. And you know, Seletar Depot, they have a history of like not being able to maintain the MAN 822s, 824s, just MAN buses in general. They just find it a pain in the ass to maintain MAN buses for some reason. And then when 8008's articulator broke, they had to call in an SMRT technician to fix it for them, because these Bendy buses, they are SMRT's assets and they are on lease to SBS. So anything happens to the Bendy buses, they're gonna have to answer SMRT for it, because SMRT is the one that procured the Bendy buses in the first place. And I thank whoever in SMRT decided to procure them. So yeah. Anyway, this is just a reason as to why SBS is not getting any Bendy buses, because they're not the biggest fan of it. And okay, I respect that. Even though I like Bendy buses, I love them. If you don't want to use it, I'm like as a public transport operator, and not like as LTA or anyone. If you really don't want to use them, I'm not gonna like force them to use it. At the end of the day, you're just gonna have to answer to the feeder bus commuters if anything happens. Basically, I mean that's my whole take on this basically. But yeah, that was just the explanation as to why SBS is not getting any bendies. But the discussion on like Yishun feeders, the man bendy buses, they have up till like 2032, and if they get extension, it's actually +2 and then +1. Sorry, what am I saying? 2015 plus 17 is 2032. So if they get a 2-year lifespan extension, it's gonna be 2034. And then after 2 years, the new rule is that you could add one more year, so it's effectively +3. It's like the +1 is like an option to extend. So technically, the maximum lifespan that the MAN NG363F A24 Bendy buses are ever gonna, the maximum is basically till 2035. That's if they even get the extensions in the first place. So yeah, there is still time to think of a solution for Yishun. And then some of my friends have even brought up about like, hey, even if you don't use Bendy buses, my friend brought up the point whereby you could use this thing called a bus Zuck. It's a Germany thing, if I'm not mistaken. So it's like a bus and a trailer connected, like the Sengkang Punggol LRT. You know that connection thingy. So it's not a bendy bus, but it functions like a bendy bus essentially. So you could try this for Yishun if you really wanted to. And then some countries, they actually make it so that you could disconnect them. Some countries, they just make this bus zuck thingy, and then they just run it like a bendy bus permanently. They don't ever disconnect these buses. In Japanese, it's called Denketsu Sagyo, and then they don't split them or anything. It depends, but like this is an alternative solution. Or maybe if you really wanted to for Yishun, you could even consider those what you call that? It's like ARRT, maybe for 807. This is something that you could like consider. But anyway, all I'm explaining is just SBS and their Bendy buses lease from SMRT and their impact on Yishun. But that's it. But I am glad that like, okay, I'm just gonna give you guys a history on like what really happened behind the scenes. So there was actually an internal rumor that like, this thing is probably gonna have like a batch 2. But the truth is, you might be wondering what actually happened to those. I think even TIB12340 did a video on this before. So back then what happened was that, okay, there is like Hispano Mark 1, Mark 2, Habit, and Volgren. So since there were around like 40 Mark 1s, they ordered like 40 of them. They came in 2015 and they were supposed to replace the Mark 1s. And unfortunately for this one, okay, like they wanted a batch 2, but then LTA, I'm just gonna say quote unquote LTA, told SMRT, hey, please stop buying Bendy buses already. And then 8040, they got converted to 5888. This one is actually true because whilst this was just an intention, it actually never happened. Like the order never happened because back then it was SMRT who was like doing the purchases, not LTA. And in this era, which is like 2016, this was the questionable guys era. This was the point whereby this massive Bendy bus hater, and not the entire LTA, I have to be very clear on this. LTA has never actually been against Bendy buses, it's just the top people that are against them. This mother, he reigned and ruled in LTA like a merciless dictator all the way till mid 2025, where he got ousted to the taxi department. I've talked about this many times, but I just want to tell you guys again and again and again until you guys actually get it. So this was the point of time whereby every single attempt by LTA to procure Bendy buses or even suggest it has been screwed over, like basically, I don't know how to say, but like knocked down by this guy. You try to get up, you try to bounce back in life, you get knocked down by this idiot that's like ruling over you. So basically, for like 9 years, I would say, for like around, I think nine full years. I cannot count, but 9 full years. There was this like, if people ever if the Singapore bus enthusiasts ever tell you about like, what am I saying? Sorry. This is what happens when you don't script your videos and when you just say everything from the top of your mind. So if any Singapore bus enthusiasts or even international ones, they ever tell you about this is actually referring to the 9 years whereby that idiot ruled LTA's bus assets department until he was eventually ousted. Because he was like, he saw a vacant director position in taxis. He was like salivating over the salary increase and he just screwed off. And as that happened, they bought the new Bendy buses. So yeah, I'm just really thankful to SMRT that they even bought the 40 in the first place. And this alone managed to convince whoever in LTA who was under that dictator before he got ousted. These people really wanted Bendy buses, but then the dictator said no. Now the dictator is actually gone for good. These people who have been tolerating his nonsense for 9 years, obviously it's not the same people because that department had like the highest turnover rate in the entire LTA. So people left, new people came. And the new people came at the right time, in the sense that right now the new leader, I don't think they actually have a deputy director as of this point. Maybe they would appoint one sometime later, but whoever is like the topmost rank at that time, now, they actually placed the order as soon as he fucked off. So yeah, you could say that like whatever I'm saying, this thing motivated this group of people. Why am I even drawing it like this, to even procure the many buses in the first place? So the whole batch 2 thing, it was just an intention and the order never actually happened. But from what I've told you, this one is actually quite concrete already, especially number 1. Number 1 is more or less confirmed that they want to debut it on this service. Number two and number three, you could take it with a grain of salt, but I was even surprised that this info even dropped in the first place. So yeah, I'm just thankful that this happened. Sorry for the yapping, but basically, if you want to have a summary on what Bendy buses they're procuring for their respective PTOs, it's this. Because I think BYD actually, I'm not a fan of BYD, but I think it actually goes well with like Gassy in general. So take it as it is for now. I don't know when they're gonna come in, but it actually looks damn concrete from what I'm hearing right now. Because as I've heard this for the very first time, it was multiple intels that came out and confirmed, and nobody refuted all those claims. Multiple people, not just like one intel blowing hot air about new Bendy buses being procured. No. Right now, it's actually concrete. And out of everything, this one, as I've been telling you all, has been consistent. This one is the most concrete right now, and it'll probably be the first one to debut anyway. Probably with the help of the bus fans, cause this this operator is like it's infested with bus fans. So whether they're real bus fans or just there for the clout, I don't care. But like, publicity wise, this they are probably gonna get it first. And once again, for the stupid kids who, for some reason, just cannot grasp stuff properly, I'm gonna say it once and for all. This is the truth. I wrote it down for you guys. And obviously this, because they are the ones who give the general direction of like policy and planning, whatever. You guys get what I'm saying. Again, it was quite silent up till now. I was like, yo, maybe there's like not gonna be progress anymore. But as I've told you, when the info dropped, I was like, oh yay, it's actually concrete right now. Give you guys one last look before I end the video.